process. It's been a minute since I've posted a YouTube video, but I am back. Today I'm re-dyeing my copper red hair to switch it up. So if you've watched any of my previous hair dye videos, then you probably already know the formula that I use by now, but today we're gonna try something new. So the goal here today is to color in my roots, because we all know your girl is a brunette, so we gotta get rid of these roots. And then I also want the color to be a little more natural. I think I'm gonna try something a little bit darker, and we're just gonna see what happens. So the formula I'm going to use today is 2 colors from my original formula. So this is the Ion Brilliance 7RC and 8RC. So this is a light copper blonde and medium copper blonde. I usually mix this with a red color, and that's what gives my hair that red copper tone. But today we're not going to add in any red. Today we're going to stick with the light copper, medium copper blonde, stick with the copper colors, and then we're going to add in Mochaccino. Love the name of this. And since this is a 6 instead of a 7 and an 8, this is going to bring the color down a little bit. So I'm hoping that this color will blend in with my roots a little more and maybe just give this a nice mocha, fun, warm, chestnut coffee. I don't know. So this is the game plan, and I don't know how it's going to turn out. I might end up hating it. I might regret it, or I might love it, who knows. But I don't like this color. I just am ready for something new. As you know, I get all of my hair dye from Sally Beauty. You can also find this on Amazon. I have it all linked below, and I'm going to mix this with 30 Developer, and I will take you along with me to show you the whole process. And let's just get into it. Let's do this.
Here I am using 30 volume developer from Ion Brilliance. I have some stain remover and some after color seal. I also have a plastic bowl here with ounces on the side. You're going to want to use 2 ounces of developer per container of hair dye. So since I have 3 containers of hair dye, I'm going to use 6 ounces of developer. So once I have the 6 ounces and the 3 containers of hair dye all in the bowl, I just go ahead and mix it all together.
All right, y'all, here we go. So I have my hair sectioned off. I have the top part of my hair up in a claw clip, and I have the hair dye all mixed up here. And what I'm going to do is basically start to put the hair dye on the roots of my hair, because the roots are the darkest color of my hair right now. Therefore, it's gonna need the longest time to develop. So I'm going to just start putting this all along the roots, and then slowly work my way down to the tips of my hair. And I'm not perfect at this, especially because I'm doing it myself, so I kind of have to use 2 mirrors when I look at the back of my hair, but you know, I've been doing this for a while now, and I'm just going to do my best. So here we go. Really need new gloves. This is like the one pair that I have, and I'm pretty sure it's like 2 left hands.
So here you can see I'm using a mirror to help get the back of my head, and I let the top part of the claw clip down, so I'm getting all my roots. And then this is the exact moment I kind of decided to switch up my game plan. So I was kind of thinking, you know, what if I did an ombre situation? Like, what if I just left the hair dye at the top of my head and then just casually kind of combed it down and didn't put hair dye on the tips of my hair. This was something that I actually originally kind of wanted to do, but some friends told me that they thought it would look weird, and you know what, I kind of decided I'm just gonna go for it. So I'm using a comb here to really just kind of blend the hair dye into the bottom of my hair. I know this was not the game plan, you guys, but I just felt like I should do it. So you can see me kind of combing out the hair dye here, and this was kind of scary, but I've actually done this before back in high school, so I was pretty confident, you know, that I could do a whole ombre situation. So this is how it's looking, and then you can see just where the hair dye kind of ended. And in looking in the mirror, I realized I wanted it to kind of be shaped a little better in the back, so I'm just going back in on top here, painting on some more hair dye, and this is about it. So this is the shape that I went with, and I left the hair dye on here for about 35 minutes, and then after 35 minutes, just rinsed it out with shampoo, and then the after color seal I showed you, and then went in with some conditioner. So that was what I did, and now it's time to see the final results. Did this ombre work out? I think it did.
Okay guys, here is the final color of my hair. This is the final outcome. And I really like how it turned out. So it's definitely darker. I decided about halfway through to kind of do more of an ombre situation. So I only let the hair dye sit at the top of my hair until about here. And then I took a comb and just kind of brushed it down a little bit to blend it into the color that was already on my ends. So I did not dye the ends of my hair at all, which I think is really nice to kind of give it, you know, a little bit of a break. And I just dyed the rest of it. So you can see my roots are done now. It is this kind of mochaccino color, so I really like this color. This just feels a lot more natural for me, just being a brunette and always kind of having darker hair. This feels more me than just the light copper blonde that it was kind of fading into before. So I really like this. I think I'm going to stick with this for a little bit until it's time to switch it up again. Maybe next time I go to switch up my hair, I'll go even darker up here and do even more of a contrast ombre situation. But I really like how it turned out today. I'm glad that I switched it up. I left the hair dye on my hair for only about 35 minutes. I feel like if I left it on for the full 45, maybe it would have been a little bit darker, but I am really liking how it's looking. It just feels more me. Thank y'all so much for watching, and if you end up trying this formula, please comment down below and let me know. Until next time, bye guys.